Tunga, we take a look at how Tzu Chi volunteers have helped Typhoon Haiyan survivors in the Philippines return their lives to normal. Volunteers in the central Philippines are only making progress thanks to love pouring in from every corner of the world. Welcome to Dai Headlines. I'm Helen Liao. Thank you for joining us. One of the worst natural disasters in history, Typhoon Haiyan, left a trail of destruction and death throughout the central Philippines. Tzu Chi volunteers arrived quickly and implemented its Cash for Work program in Tacloban to jumpstart the local economy, restore a sense of normalcy in the survivors' life, and clean up the city. Numerous free clinics were also held to service the victims. Plus, Tzu Chi has completed building 9 prefabricated classrooms in Tunga and handed out 8 packages in the form of cash and supplies to the victims. We are dedicating today's program to Tzu Chi's disaster relief efforts in the Philippines and how the disaster survivors have been affected as a result. On November 8th, Super Typhoon Haiyan made landfall in the central Philippines around 4 in the morning, bringing death and destruction. More than 5,000 lives were lost and over 4.3 million people became homeless. To help the storm victims of Tacloban City clean up their neighborhoods and rebuild, Tzu Chi decided to launch its Cash for Work program. However, many residents were at first skeptical at an organization that pays them to clean up their own streets.
Last night when they received their money, I'm sure everybody saw it. So now they say, we believe Tzu Chi. So they are here today.
Tzu Chi Foundation.
The Tzu Chi Foundation let us know that we need to work if we want to make a change.
This is a great way to provide working opportunities for us, so there is no looting.
We get to earn money and help our community and environment.
Quickly, the number of participants increased from 500 to eventually over 30,000. The income gives these a means to restart their lives.
Buying the things in our house because my house is broken all. No more. So I spend the money to buy things.
Buy material,
Buy for the materials, for foods every day.
As more people begin to rebuild in Tacloban, hardware suppliers make sure they have enough nails to sell.
Before Tzu Chi's Cash for Work program was in place, no one bought nails. But now that the program is carried out, people have money again and can buy nails to repair their roof.
To provide immediate medical attention to Typhoon Haiyan survivors, TIMA members from home and abroad joined in a free clinic held in Tacloban City.
We have to seize the opportunity to help the less fortunate. In the disaster areas, you have to improvise with whatever resources you have on site.
When we heard about the typhoon here, our heart is very hurt. It's so wonderful. We can give them love, hope. We all come here to support them. That they are not alone. We all family. That's why we are Tzu Chi family.
That doctor is very nice to me. She cares for me like I am her family.
This is a 75-year-old pediatrician from Cebu. Despite his age, he still did his best to help needy patients at Tzu Chi's free clinics. Following the 2-day free clinic in Tacloban, he immediately joined Tzu Chi volunteers in the aid distributions in Tunga. In total, he took part in 5 free clinics.
Very happy to give treatment to treat the people. It's sort of a highlight in our life that we can help them.
A victim of Haiyan, Dr. Chen Mei decided to return to the disaster zone to join in the volunteers' ranks.
They need a lot of help, and as Tacloban people also, we want to come back and be a blessing to these people in this place. Therefore, we decided to come back, even for just a few days, to be of help.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better day, so let's start giving.
In the aftermath of the devastating storm, 7,000 schools in the country were forced to close. At the Tunga Elementary School, some children are still able to attend music classes as the typhoon did not destroy all the buildings.
Naglilinis sa bahay.
Happy ba kayo na meron na makakaroon ng bagong classroom kayo?
Opo.
To help, the crew who helped construct classrooms for the 921 Project Hope in Taiwan have arrived at Tunga, ready to set up prefab classrooms.
With our past experience, we tested the ground and found a school field to be solid and large enough to hold 9 classrooms, so the center point will be the flagpole.
For the principal Amali Lawson, these prefabricated classrooms have arrived just in time.
Because that building is only 18 classes, so we have 35 pupils per class. So Sir Jimmy told us that 1/10 could be occupied by 70 pupils. So 9 divided by 2, we will have 18 classrooms. 18 classes will occupy the 9/10.
Other than setting up prefabricated classrooms at Tunga, a disaster assessment team made up by 30 Tzu Chi volunteers arrived in Tacloban City.
First of all, we want to show local government officials what prefab classrooms look like. Second, we want to teach local volunteers how to put these classrooms together.
Using 1,000 screws, a prefab classroom can be assembled in 2 hours with the help of 15 people.
Throughout our research and development, we kept in mind Master Zheng Yan's initial reminders to us. We are not only providing for survivors, it has to be suitable for ourselves as well.
In the future, these classrooms can also be used as temporary shelters in case of an emergency. In the village of Tunga in Leh Province, as Tzu Chi volunteers lead the villagers in prayer, many couldn't hold back their tears because after enjoying much hardship, help has finally come.
No other organization has held a distribution here in Tunga. It has mostly been in Tacloban and Omak, so we felt the need to come here and help them out.
Blankets, mosquito nets, straw mattresses, and rice bring temporary relief to the affected survivors. Tzu Chi volunteers also brought donations for the families affected by Typhoon Haiyan. In the end, 1,752 families received a total of some 21 million Philippine pesos, or nearly $480,000 US from Tzu Chi.
We are so thankful for your help. You asked me if I am happy. I am extremely happy.
What's out?
My home was washed away, but everybody is safe and sound. I'm grateful for the assistance Tzu Chi provided us.
The money they receive now, they are going to buy zinc sheets for the roofing of their houses and start a new life.
Besides cash, survivors also received a letter filled with blessings of all Tzu Chi members around the world.
I cried as I read this letter because we have been selected by Tzu Chi. Volunteers are here to help us who endured hardships.
Besides cash and supplies, beginning November 26, Tzu Chi's instant rice meals have been made available to cash forward participants. Upon receiving the hot food, the residents are all in smiles.
Would you like it? Delicious. Delicious.
I'm very happy to have something to eat. Besides, the food you provided us is easy to take away. I will bring this bag of rice back home and share it with my family. Thank you very much for the hot meal. It's a great help.
Thanks to Tzu Chi volunteers' hard work, a sense of normalcy is beginning to return to Leh Province here in the Philippines.